It works.
Yeah, hold on, record.
Call the special meeting of the Village of Lake George. Friday, August 30th at 4:03. I'd like to start by awarding the paving bid for our CHIPS money. The bids came in today. The award goes to HMA Paving out of Mechanicville for their bid of $92,510, and the alternate of, which is the extension of, is that,
Wastewater treatment.
yeah, it's the wastewater treatment plant road. That's in Tim's budget for 30,000, so this came in at 28,180. So he'll get his new pavement in, and do we need a motion for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my motion. Is there a second?
Second it.
Seconded by trustee Philomeno. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So resolution for capital fund budget adjustments, in receiving the monies from the insurance company, we received $100,000 as startup money for the bandstand fire. We have to take it into receivables, but it's not in our budget, so we need to do a budget transfer, which will be paid by these monies, so it won't affect the taxes at all. The way that it works, in order to actually use that money, we have to put it into our budget. So we have to transfer from our holdings to our budget and then accept that money in at the end of the year. So it's,
Yeah, think of it as a bucket. The money goes into this bucket, but you can't pull out of this bucket, so you have to create another bucket to pull from.
so that will be a transfer of $100,000 from our reserves to our fund, or from
And
our
it's
fund
also-
balance to our.
Right, and it's also
Our
for the
budget.
creation of a capital
And
fund.
we're creating the capital fund to rebuild the band shell. We have,
So I need to-
oh, we need a resolution. Okay, so I'll take a motion to approve that capital fund transfer.
Make the motion.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye, carries. Bradley Street Survey, Keith, go ahead.
Met with Sean today. He just gave me a verbal estimate of a survey for that location. It's gonna have right away features, you know, the street lines and all that kind of stuff. So, again, this was just an estimate that, you know, we wanted to have for today to see if it would be approved by the board to, create a survey of that location of Bradley Street and Cherry Street, where the, existing in-ground, water pump station is that we need to replace, and trying to find property within our right of way, hopefully, to create a new above ground pump station and with some other features as well. So we're looking for approval, $4,500, which will come out of the water department. And Sean has somebody in place that he uses on a regular basis for surveys of this nature. We'll get more information on that part of it next week after the holiday. And that's what we're looking to see happen.
So do you want a motion not to exceed 4,500 or,
We could do that. I don't see why not.
okay,
You know, it was a verbal estimate, but
Mhm.
I think that's a good course right there.
or not to exceed 5,000?
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
that? Just give us a cushion.
Yeah.
Because there's some National Grid right away stuff right there too, so it could get,
Yeah. It's
can
gonna
get
be a little-
dicey and timely.
It's gonna be a little tedious, yeah.
Take a motion to approve the Bradley Street survey.
Motion approved, Bradley Street survey.
Is there a second?
Can second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. Okay, approval of payments.
There's just a few payments that we're looking to pay. We don't want to wait till our audit, which is September 23rd or something like that. So I just need some petty cash to reimburse people. Our M&T Bank, which is, we actually don't even need approval on this one, but I just wanted to put it in front of you that we have to pay our loan. And I want to reimburse Chris Buckley for his boots. And the last thing was for MVP help. It will be late if we don't pay it.
Okay. Motion to approve those payments. I'll make that motion. I'll take a second.
Can second.
Seconded by trustee Miller. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Special event applications, tunnels to towers, there's a lady whose brother died as a result of, ailments from 9/11. She lives in Queensberry, she's a school teacher over there. She wanted to have we approved the event already, but it was approved at the Adirondack Pub and Brewery. She didn't realize that Tunnels to Towers was not handling it. They thought she was handling it. The brew pub said, we can't do that. So Wood Park is available, so they want to use the facility from 7 in the morning to 1 PM, and being that it's a not-for-profit. I would ask the county to waive the fees, but if we make a motion and approve it to waive the fees for it, it's just a few hours there on a park, a day that the park's not being used, and it's a good charitable event. I believe she's already raised $50,000 for Tunnels to Towers, so I'll take a motion to approve that. And a motion to approve our recommendation for the county to waive the fees.
I'll make
Right.
them. Wait, you actually have a question.
Oh. We can approve it, but didn't they deny the waiving of the fees last time we did that?
They denied the reduction in fees for a for-profit event, and this is a not-for-profit event.
Okay.
At the worst case scenario, they would probably approve a $250 fee,
Okay.
but sometimes they'll waive it and other times they won't. But usually for not-for-profits and charitable organizations, and especially being the time and limited setup that they have, they'll likely waive it. So,
I'll make the motion to approve.
okay.
One second.
Second by trustee Miller. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. Beach Road and Docks, we have an approved in-water boat show on, I believe it was approved for September 21st and 22nd. They wanted an additional day, and I don't know that they thought they weren't gonna have to pay for it, but they are, and we're willing to give them, if the board chooses, the additional day of setup on the September 20th.
That here in our.
It's right on Beach Road. They closed part of Beach Road and they put boats in the water and on the one westbound lane.
What do you think they all set from, I guess, fees, parking fees and what we make?
Yeah, we charge them a fee for closing the
charge a
road.
fee?
Yeah, it's $1,500.
It's not gonna impact anybody's like work route, right? I can't imagine going through.
We do
Jobs.
the southern portion goes just two-way traffic on that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't close. It closes a portion of the road, but the one-way side.
Mm.
So we've done that for years and several different,
On Friday evenings too.
Mhm.
Okay.
and the whole week for Americade too, so,
It's after the season.
and it's after, yeah. I'll take a motion to approve that.
I'll take a motion. I'll make the motion to approve.
In second.
Second by trustee Miller. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. I think that's about it, right?
Mhm.
With everything, I did want to mention, trustee Filomeno and I have been in discussion with utilizing potentially the lights that used to be used in Washington Park in Albany for Christmas decorations. In an attempt to help out Winter's Dream, we thought maybe we could, and this isn't really, I don't need a decision on this, it's just food for thought, because we've been spitballing the last couple of days. Setting up in the park, having a ticketed event that pairs with Winter's Dream. Give people a reason to go, like a 2-for-1 kind of thing.
Shepherd's Park?
No, in Wood
Oh,
Park.
Wood Park.
In Wood Park, right next door to Winter's Dream. I think it'll be a big draw for people to see, kind of similar to what they would see with Ice Castle or Winter Realms last year, but it would all be part of Winter's Dream. And the coalition would be responsible for the decorations and payment of any staff that we have, like Judy, to help decorate we've done it in the past. Before Ice Castles, it was a girl that did just a walkthrough event, and that's kind of what I would think we would duplicate, but just to maybe a little more reason for people to come here. So but it would be at no cost to the village taxpayer or anything.
You'd be buying the lights in Albany?
No, we're looking to be open this weekend. It's just tough because Labor Day. The lights are there, they're available, they haven't been used in a few years. They're mix of LED and traditional bulb light,
Mhm.
and we're trying to get again, this conversation, if they had a donation in kind, allow us to use these lights.
Mhm.
Our major cost would be to set up and break down. So if we're looking at it, with the spitballing, we run this thing from, post Thanksgiving through then the winter carnival. So it would be worth covering as far as the setup and breakdown, be, it could be a few months. The biggest, I guess, the reasoning behind this was after last year's, light shows, and especially with, Ice Castle's not coming back this year.
Mhm.
There's this avoided space. So I'm trying to create a low cost attraction, low cost as far as our end,
Yeah,
as in not spending any money,
yeah.
and to create an attraction, light up that side. While giving the people that buy their ticket to the fort, another walkthrough. So basically elongating the experience. I went through the fort last year. And because of the lack of snow, I made it through pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And so now with that, like 2-for-1, it really fills out my evening, or a family's evening for going down there and trying to attract more people. I think at the end of the day, the volume of people coming in, we're gonna have to do a lot more to cover our cost for it.
Did you guys talk to the winter stream about it?
Yeah, I talked with the president yesterday, as well as the president of Fort William Henry, Sam Luciano. They're
Okay.
100% behind it.
Cause they, in the meeting with Warren County, had talked about how it would be a benefit to them that that space is empty this year, so that because
would
they
be a-
felt it was competing last year.
Benefit for a competing event. Yeah, it'd be a benefit for, but if it's included in their event, then I would speak on behalf of the coalition as I'm a member, but it wouldn't be competing with us because it is us.
So it's not, it wouldn't be a separate ticket, like
No.
you couldn't just
No.
buy for that, you'd have to buy for both.
It's up in the air. It might be like I said, they've settled on a lower price for tickets. And I think it's in the $23 range.
Cause I would say if it's a separate ticket, it would be competing. Like for
Right.
me as a family of 4 with kids, I would be like, oh, I
No,
can do this and it's cheaper.
why
I'm
would
not
you
gonna
do
even go to
both for
Winter
the same
Stream.
price of the Winter Stream ticket?
Okay, not in.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we just have to clarify, it's gonna be an extension of the Fort William Henry, if I'm correct on it.
yeah. We're gonna have to talk to Moment Factory first because we are on contractually obligated to have them be a part of it. It's a 5-year contract. Unfortunately, we walk away from them. We can't do anything even similar to that for 2 years.
Mhm.
So we're looking at, this could be a bonus in addition to, but not done by Moment Factory. Done by, the Winter Coalition.
Okay.
Just wanted to put it out there so that it's gonna get out and once we start talking about it, and I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good way to create a better event for the Winter Coalition or the Warren County Coalition. Just wanted to let everybody know.
Yeah, and just to be clear, because it's on the record, it's just talks, we still have to work out the logistics
Right.
with the organization, that owns these lights. They're being unused right now,
Mhm.
so it's not doing much for them, and for us. It was a good idea. After last season, I had higher hopes for the Fort William Henry,
Mhm.
a lot higher hopes, and hopefully with this, it brings more attractions. The hard part, it's a family, you get, whatever I'll say, you get the kids bundle up, you get them out there, your whole family's out there, ready to do an event. You don't want it to end in 20 minutes after arriving there,
Mhm.
and hopefully with the lights and things of that nature, we could really draw it into a full evening.
Mhm.
Over there, and again, if we could, I call it a super ticket, if you could do a super ticket with both of these things tied into it. Without adding more strain on the family purse. I think it'd be a good thing, but again, we're just talking right now. The only real stressor would be the setup. So it's something we really have to talk about a lot more over the next 2 months. To really see it come to fruition.
So the village would be setting it up with our labor.
No, we would be supporting it. We could use our laborers, but they would be compensated by the Winter Coalition, so I'm not gonna saddle our taxpayers with any other additional labor charges. Like Judy's gonna be doing our lights and that might be enough, and she might not want to be able to, or have the time to do the lights in the park, but threw it out there just if we do. But it'll be paid for by the Winter Coalition or the occupancy tax fund that funds the Winter Coalition. To put, put heads in beds. Hopefully, you make a weekend out of it. I don't think we're gonna try for the midweek stuff, and Winter's Dream is not either. It's like Thursday to Sunday, so they're bagging on the other 3 days of the week, so it makes more sense to come for a weekend with kids in school. You don't normally pull them out, but sometimes you get a Friday off or whatever.
So you're thinking super ticket, and then the price of the super ticket, who would get that money? The Winter's Dream would take in that money?
Right. Well, the Warren County Coalition would take in that money, yeah.
Because isn't the Winter's Dream Coalition have a deal with Warren County that they have to pay their part of that profit back?
They don't
So
have to pay it back. That's a common
have to, but they said that
inaccuracy.
they
We
want
would,
to.
we want to,
Okay.
well, but there's no written agreement saying that we have to pay it back. We want to, and we did pay 50,000 of it back this last year, which was much less than we wanted to, but we did pay some of it back already. I'm just, there's no cause for emotion or anything like that. We're not there yet, but I just want to make everyone aware. I see Tom's on, maybe we'll get some good press out of it. So with that, Keith, you got anything else?
I'm good, thank you.
Allison, do you have anything? Trees down?
Yeah, I just told them, I said that was great, because it was actually, there were branches starting, not like branches, but like little pieces starting to fall down.
Yeah,
so
it
I'm
got,
kinda
it got
happy.
brutalized by whoever trimmed around the wires, the National Grid or whoever it was.
Yeah,
Well,
Asplund.
usually it's National Grid, then Verizon comes behind them and does more.
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm happy it's not gonna fall.
No?
And anybody with winter, because I was telling Ryan the other day, said if snow gets on that, I can imagine a branch coming off in the winter time, so it was good, it's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything?
You got a new pole on Canada Street today?
Oh, yeah.
Or
Post office.
Oh, yeah, that, the mailbox got ripped out too.
Oh. okay.
Yeah, the drop box outside, somebody hit that with a car.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and I asked, the Bob at the post office, he said, we can get one tomorrow, but we can't get the barcodes that were in that one to
Oh.
able to scan the mail in and, memorialize what came from it and how it got in. So it's gonna be a little while,
Yeah.
but I was looking outside, where the heck did
Well,
that
They had
go?
that slated to replace that pole for a number of months now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one right by Kurosaka Lane?
Yes.
Yeah.
right next to it.
The one that we can't put banners on because they constantly get smashed off of it? All
Well, it's the next one up, yes. but
Oh, okay.
It's at the same location.
right, I have nothing more. Julie, you good?
Sure, I'm
Happy
good.
holidays.
Since Julie said she's good, I'll take a
Happy
motion to adjourn. So ordered. I timed that,
Thank you.
just while you were sipping, so thank you.